Hello and welcome to the show. Listen, we've got a great show planned for you. We've been talking about new beginnings. And again, I want to thank you for joining the show because it's all about new beginnings. But this series, as you know, is about the joys of fatherhood. And yes, I have a special person. Some of you know him, some of you don't, but you're going to meet him tonight. And so I want to welcome you to the show for our joys of fatherhood. This week, today, we are talking to someone who's very special to me. I've known him for a long time. I'm not going to say how long, but I've known him for a real long time. His name is Mr. Clay Middleton. And so Clay's coming on, and he's a special guy. So I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy because it's coming up next.
You're invited to the Summer Pop-Up Shop Saturday, July 22nd, 2023 from 10 to 4 p.m. Orangeburg County Conference Center, 1643 Russell Street. Vendors and food trucks. Shop your local brands. For more information, Tammy Media Group, LLC.com. Again, you're invited to the Summer Pop-Up Shop Saturday, July 22nd, 2023 from 10 to 4 p.m. Orangeburg County Conference Center, 1643 Russell Street. Vendors and food trucks. Shop your local brands. For more information, Tammy Media Group, LLC.com.
The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
Hello, everybody. It's Finkley of The Michael Finkley Show, and you're watching Gold right now. Why? You're watching The Tammy Show. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the show. Listen, I told you we've got a great show planned for you. I've known this person, this phenomenal, amazing man for a very long time. We're not going to say how long, but he is a native Charlestonian. Yes, a graduate of the Citadel, the military college, right there in Charleston, South Carolina, with a degree in political science. And while he was at the Citadel, he joined the South Carolina Army National Guard as a private first class. And upon his graduation in 2023, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant signal officer. Now, I'm going to let you tell me if that's correct or not. I know we got it down here. He is currently a lieutenant colonel serving as a battalion commander. He's also running for the mayor of Charleston, South Carolina. He lives in West Ashley, has a beautiful wife, Nicole, and his two energetic sons, Jeremiah and Joshua. So listen, without further ado, I want to introduce some of you to Mr. Clay Middleton. Come on out, Clay.
Good to see you. Good to see you, Tammy. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Clay. Listen, I won't tell people how long it has been. And if Donna's watching, Donna, we're not going to say because that's going to make us feel old, but I've known you for a long time, and you've always been that energetic man and young man back then. And I knew you were going to do a whole lot of great things. So thank you for being on the show.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, man. Listen, I want you to kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. I kind of mentioned some things, but you've worked with Clyburn. You've been in the political game for a long time. Talk to us about who Clay Middleton is and talk about your family.
I'm just a round-headed boy from a place called Bayside Manor, which is in downtown Charleston. And people used to say nothing good can come out of Bayside Manor. And I've been doing everything I can ever since I became an adult, really even before as a child, to just prove people wrong and to show that Bayside produces good people because we have good stock. So that's my upbringing. That's my background. And you won't say how long you've known me, my family, but it was before I knew myself. How about that?
How about that?
And but truly a village. I'm the product. I tell folks I'm the product of my family and friends, church, extended family, the entire community. I'm the product of prayers. I'm the product of faith, trust, and belief that if you work hard and you treat people right, you have manners and respect, you can do and and be whatever you want to. So I'm the product of Charleston.
Yeah, you really are. And you've married beautiful Nicole. I remember Nicole and if she's looking, the Heritage Trust days, I remember her from back in the day. And of course your two handsome sons, Jeremy and Joshua.
Yeah.
I mean, you have just evolved, and I love being able to see that I was a part of that, just knowing you. Through your mother and through your grandmother, and just seeing how you have just flourished. And I'm so proud of you. But I want to ask you, because this is about the joys of fatherhood. And yes, in the second part, you are a mayoral candidate. We're going to get to that too, because you've always said you are going to be the first African-American, the first Black mayor of Charleston. And let me tell y'all folks, that was from when he was a little boy. Okay. As they say, a young man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about being a father. What do you love about being a father?
Just the opportunity to truly, well, first off, my boys, Jeremiah and Joshua, clearly I was trying to get extra credit with the Lord just in case. But with those two, it's just truly just been a joy to see them, to see me and them. It just depends. Like my grandmama and mama would say, "Boy, you are getting everything back that you gave us." And I was like, well, I don't remember all that. Joshua I call category 5. When I look at Jeremiah, I look at Joshua, I look into their eyes, I see myself in them. And it's just something that's you. That's life. Mm-hmm. And they are watching everything you do, good, bad, and different. They're watching when you don't know they're watching. And I just want them to truly be better than me. Don't compete. Be better than me. Mm-hmm. And that, no pressure to them, but it is some pressure. Like, I just want to be that example for them, and also let them know that you can always come to me with anything. And as I was taught growing up, that my mother always said, don't lie to me. If you lie to me, I can't help you. Just tell me the truth. So just those two boys truly mean the world to me, outside of my wife.
Oh yeah. I remember when you all got married. Yeah. And how long you've been dating. I remember when you all were dating.
Yes.
So talk about being a father and how that's changed you. How has being a father changed you?
Well, now you have something else to think about. You have another life, so you have to change, and we were you have to change everything. It's no longer you. You have to be there. You have to provide. You have to teach. You have to grow. And I just think being a father, being a dad is just so special, like good, bad, or indifferent. I just remember just being able to hold my boys on my chest after they were born. Just that feeling, and just the love, and just all of that. And now as they grow up, they're again 6 and 8. I'm watching their mannerisms through the years, and it's like, man, I was there. They mine, It's just they do and say, be like, oh Lord have mercy, watch out there now.
Right.
It means so much to be a dad. To be present, and to just help shape and mold them to be whatever they want to be.
Yeah, and I want to show the pictures. Tiana and Willie, let's show these beautiful family pictures. Look at that. Now, how old are they in this picture?
In this picture, Jeremiah is 5, and Joshua is 3.
And then I think we have the later one. That's right.
Yeah,
there they are now.
Yeah.
Present day.
Yes. Yeah. So clearly, Jeremiah favors me, and Joshua favors his mom. But thank God for her.
I'm telling you, Nicole, we love you, girl. Listen, and talking about being that father and that husband, how do you all work together so that so that when your boys see you, when Jeremiah and Joshua see you, they see this loving couple and they see you working together. And what is it that you want them to take away as they're getting older in their relationships?
Communication is key. Sometimes we're in the house or in the grocery store, wherever we may be, at mainly at home, and I would say something, and Jeremiah or Joshua say, "Daddy, stop yelling at mommy." I said, "I'm not yelling. I'm just speaking loud enough so she can hear me." No, that's yelling. I was like, "Okay, all right, right, you're right." We're having a conversation, and they'll say, "Stop arguing." Like, no, we're not arguing. Now, if mommy says it, all right, they believe it. If I say it, no, daddy, it's not right. Or just, if you hug mommy or kiss mommy, if I kiss Nicole, ew, don't kiss her in front of us. I said, well, how do you think you got here? So yeah, I'll just joke with them, and just the interaction. But I want them to see, I just want them to see life. I want them to see, even when it's time to discipline them. But I just realized that they are watching when we're not sure. And I work late at night often, and Jeremiah he'll be in bed. Joshua, he's a night owl, and just him coming in the home office or at the kitchen table, and I said, "You're supposed to be sleeping." Well, Daddy, you're still up. I said, "Yeah, because I'm working, but you need to go to sleep." So just those things, and Catherine, your daughter is 28, and they say time go by fast, right? So
Yeah, you remember.
yeah. So when you blink, it's like, okay, there will come a time where I won't be able to hug them or kiss them or pick them up as I do now. But they keep us young, they keep us engaged, and every day is not a dull moment. It's not a dull moment. I tell folks, don't ask Joshua a question if you don't want to know the answer. I was like, be careful here. And same with Jeremiah. He's very observant, and he may not say something right then and there, but lo and behold, when he does, he's gonna make his point.
Wow. And just to see the two of you all, Nicole and you together through your marriage, and and with the boys and Jack and Jill and all this, I see you. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful, because that helps them as you're nurturing them. So what is it like being a military parent? Because see, you haven't been away, and you can let me know, since they have been young. Have you been away? And if so, what did that do? And how did you maneuver through that? And how did Nicole maneuver through that?
It was very hard. When Jeremiah was born, I was still here at the time, was transitioning from DC, coming back here to South Carolina when Secretary Clinton decided she was going to run for president again. And so we came back here, and just remember when that time, time for Jeremiah to be born, and so we were together. But then they were in Charleston. I spent a lot of time in Columbia during that campaign, because that was our headquarters. And then after the primary in South Carolina, went down to Florida. So I missed a lot of Jeremiah upbringing. And then fast forward to when Joshua was born. It was great. I was here, and then got the notice that my unit, we were going to deploy overseas. It's like, okay, all right, well, people do that. This freedom ain't free. So I deployed overseas, and I missed Joshua's first birthday, and it was tough on Nicole to deal with two boys. I mean, she was a single parent for all intents purpose. Like, I just wasn't there, and came back after a year. It was a hard adjustment. Schedules have been set, and I messed up all of that. And
Daddy.
then to see, now they understand what the military is. They understand the sacrifice that it makes, and that they, as kids, they being children, but also Nicole being a military spouse, realize that it's a sacrifice. Just because you're in the National Guard or the Reserve. When you have to deploy, you deploy. When you're gone, you're gone.
Yeah.
So it was. I'm glad we experienced that. So that we know that public service is important. That they know service is important of doing something greater than yourself, and through that that's why they love their mama.
Oh yeah,
Such a
yeah.
joy when I got promoted to lieutenant colonel and took command of the battalion, and just to have them there and have them to pin my rank on and all of that. And so special moment, and it makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
So that when I serve, they're serving too, and just part of the things we do,
Right.
for our family and really for our family, community, and country.
Yeah, and we thank you for your service. Chucky served my brother, of course, retired, and 23 years. Barbara, 27 years, and she just retired, major. And this is the Army. And so we thank you for your service, because I know it means a lot. It's a big sacrifice, and thank Nicole as well, and your mother and your grandmother, because it takes a whole family. It takes a village.
It does.
It takes that village. Well, listen, Clay, we're going to take a break. We gotta show a little commercials, and we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back. And this is when I want to get into your career, because people don't realize I didn't even say all of the stuff that you do. And so I want to come back and talk to you about your career, and we want to talk about the mayoral race as well.
All right.
Okay, we'll be right back.
All right. Thank you.
The Orangeburg County Conference Center supports downtown Orangeburg and our surrounding communities. The 6,000 plus square foot space is ideal for groups of up to 400 people attending corporate meetings, conventions, workshops, and special events. Conference Center staff are inspired to ensure that everyone can enjoy the modern amenities. State-of-the-art ballroom that accommodates up to 400 guests banquet style and 430 guests theater style. A warming kitchen with hot boxes, ice machine, refrigerator, freezer, and counter space. A lobby that accommodates 150 guests with special events outdoors. The comfortable outdoor amphitheater has a video wall and seating. Adjacent to the amphitheater is 12,000 plus square feet of green space that extends events outside, plus complimentary on-site event parking and additional parking across the street. Your event can take place all in one spectacular location. We welcome your special event in Orangeburg.
Stay tuned. You are now watching the Tammy Show. This is Roger Gas. Welcome.
Welcome back to the show. Listen, if you're just joining us, I am talking with none other than Clay Middleton, father, husband, and now the City of Charleston mayoral candidate. Clay, thank you again for joining the show. We've been talking about the joys of fatherhood, and I love hearing you talk about Nicole and about Jeremiah and Joshua. I want to move into your accomplishments. Tell us a little bit about your political career and why you decided at this time to enter the race.
Well, I appreciate that. My start in public service was when I was a student at Burke High School. And as a junior, there was a bond referendum that would allow for there to be new schools, but except for Burke. Burke was going to get a new school, but not a new gym. Everyone else was going to get everything else. So obviously, we as students could not vote. But that just did not seem right. So we spoke up against this bond referendum to parents, teachers, faculty, staff, community of saying vote no. And that happened. And then a new bond referendum then was introduced. And then it included not only a new school for Burke, but also a new gym. And the other schools got what they wanted and needed as well. So the Burke High School you see now was the result of students standing up from Burke in that community saying, this does not make sense, vote no. So then the following year, I ran for student body president because of that level of activism and engagement. So that's my one entry into public service was from that, and doing a whole bunch of other stuff in high school and middle school. But then it's got an opportunity to intern for Senator Hollings while I was at the Citadel for a semester. I did that, enjoyed it, and then Inez Tenenbaum, who was then the superintendent of education here in South Carolina, and then even did a internship with former state representative David Mack, and then for Congressman Jim Clyburn. I interned for him for a long time, and then after I graduated from the Citadel, he said, well, what's next? I said, well, I got to go to officer school in September. I went to the Citadel, so I'm going to try and be a college student for a couple months. And they said, well, you're going to you graduate, I think it was a Saturday, and you'll be working on Monday. And said, all right, I appreciate that. And the rest is history. So I'm really very appreciative for him of giving me that opportunity as an intern and then to work for him. And that's where I really saw public service and constituent service of just doing what you need to do because it is right, not because it is convenient. So worked for him. I still work for him in some capacity. I'm just off the payroll. So did that, then had a great opportunity to work on the Obama campaign in 2008. And then after he won, returned back to work for Congressman Clyburn, then got an opportunity to work in the Obama administration at the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. Did that, and then went to the Department of Energy and the National Nuclear Security Administration. And after that, it came back, as I said earlier, to work for Secretary Hillary Clinton. She was running for president. And then when that ended, we then worked for the state of Charleston as the director of business services. And then after that ended, worked for Senator Cory Booker when he decided that he wanted to run for president. And then after that, did the Biden-Harris transition team. And then, now in the private sector and run for mayor of Charleston. Public service, everything I've done.
Right.
Geared towards giving back, public service. How can you truly make a difference in the lives of people that you don't even know? People that would never know because of you, because of your service, your sacrifice, the collaboration, your vision, your leadership. These good things have been produced. I feel that way in uniform, and I feel that way out of uniform. Tammy, we have this saying in the Soldier's Creed that says, I would not leave a fallen comrade behind. That's why I'm running for mayor of Charleston, because I do not want to leave any community, any resident, or any neighborhood behind. And too many have been left behind. And it's time that we have visionary leadership and servant leadership in City Hall. So we can truly imagine a great city in a number of ways, from not having any low performing schools to if that young entrepreneur wants to start a business, that they know that their city is going to be there not only to provide access to capital and access to business, but the process won't be hard, so that neighborhoods can truly be neighborhoods again and not just developers or other outsiders coming in focus on profit and not people.
Wow.
That we have to tackle, and the big things, whether it's this is the low country, this is the holy city, but we have to make sure that our infrastructure, our sustainability, that these things will outlast all of us. I just want my two boys to grow up and say, because of a generation ago, this is something worth fighting for. And right now, there's a lot we have to fix. There's a lot of leadership left to provide, and that's why I'm running. I'm running to really create a city that works for everyone, and to put that new brick in an old foundation, and to truly meet the needs of people now and a generation yet born.
Right. And you said that years ago. I mean, and folks, I'm talking because I've known Clay since he was, a young man,
Yeah.
Jeremiah and Joshua.
Yep.
And you said that you wanted to be the mayor of Charleston and you wanted to make a difference. That was it. You wanted to serve the people. You said that from a young man, and now I'm looking at you. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at I'm looking at possibly this man being the mayor of Charleston, and I mean I love it. I love it. And so
Tammy, I'll say this. This is your fault. Um, uh, I mean, listen, you always encourage me
oh,
from your shows, the work that you did in the community, watching you on Fox 24, being at your shows, being with you and David on the radio. Like you always encouraged me. You always said that continue, keep fighting, keep working. Your entrepreneurship skills, your communication skills, like you were a mentor before I even knew what that word was, right?
wow.
So I tell people here in Charleston, this is your fault because you encourage. You say you could do this if you do A, B, C, D. Well,
Right.
guess what? If you were lying, that's on you. But me and my generation believe what you said, and so this is your fault. That I have the courage and fortitude to take on this challenge and realize that the ends would justify the means, and so this is your fault. That do
Well,
this.
listen, I know Big Brother David is always listening and he's always looking. So, David, it's our fault. But I'm so proud of you. We are so proud of you because, for a young man to take on the challenge that says, I'm going to be the next mayor of any city, that's a big feat. And so for me to see this come to fruition, I'm just so elated and just so proud of you that you have taken it on. So yeah, I'm taking it. Yeah, it's my fault.
That's right.
Well, it's my fault. Well, listen, let's because I know you've got to go and we don't have a lot of time left, but I want you to talk about the takeaway that you want our viewers to glean from this interview. We've talked about the joys of fatherhood, but you've talked about your successes and you've talked about your accomplishments. Tell us, what is it that you want us to glean from this?
Colin Powell, he has a saying that leadership is about a few things. When soldiers stop coming to you, that means they have lost trust, faith, and confidence in your ability to help them, or they realize you don't care. Either way, that's a failure of leadership. Either way, that's a failure of being a parent. Either way, that's a failure of just giving back. So I just truly believe in all my being that too much is given, much is required. And there's an old Chinese saying that one generation plants trees so the next will have shade. And that means when you are able, that you move out of that shade and plant some trees. So all this is about service. All this is about leadership. All this is about making a tangible difference. And that is what my life has been about: public service, community service, because someone did it for me. And I want to pay it forward in a number of ways. And this is one.
Well, you doing it. You've got my support. If there's anything I can do, I don't live in Charleston anymore, so I can't vote.
You know
Can't
people
vote for you,
You know
but
people.
listen, folks trying to get me back down there, but but of course, you always have my support. You know that in more ways than one. And I know that folks can give, to your campaign and all of that, but more so, you have the support of us as a village, that encouragement as you talked about. And again, I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your village.
I appreciate that. And folks can go to claymiddleton.com and hear more, follow us as we continue this journey. But thank you and your team for the opportunity to spend some time with you. It was great seeing you the other day, and
Yeah.
I'll tell the family you asked about them. Nicole, she just texted me during break and said to give you her love.
Oh, Nicole, you know I love you, my darling, and Jeremiah and Joshua, give them my love. And Mom, Donna, listen, you know I love her. I
Yeah.
love her. So, and so I got one more question to ask you, and I always ask because this is what I'm putting together. 3 words that describe you.
I'm a leader, hardworking, and focused.
And focused. All right. Hey, listen, Clay, I'm gonna have you come back on the show. You know, you getting close, and so as you get closer, I know you're gonna get busier, but I want you to come back on and share what's happening and what you're doing.
Thank you. I will. I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah,
And
man.
same here. Whatever I can do to support you and your efforts, your business, please let me know.
Oh, well, you know, I'm gonna call you. I appreciate you, man. Listen, much success to you and your family. And I'm going to keep an eye on you as things are getting heated up in the city of Charleston.
Yes.
With this mayoral race and the election. Yeah. I'm keeping a close eye, a very close eye. So like, again, if there's anything we can do here on the Tammy Show, if there's anything personally that I can do for you, Nicole, and the boys, you know, hey, let me know.
I will. Thank you.
Let me know. Thank you so much, Clay. You have a good night. You're a busy man. You got another event to go to. Go on.
This is time well spent.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Clay. All right, my brother.
You.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Listen, that was Clay Middleton. I tell you, father, husband, mayoral candidate for the city of Charleston, just an all around phenomenal and amazing man. And as I said, he has so much going on. You can go to him, Clay Middleton, go to his website, claymiddleton.com. You can go to all of his social media, and those are all its handles. He's got millions of viewers and everything. So listen, make sure that you get in touch with him if you have any questions. And again, I want to thank Clay and his family. Thank you for sharing him with us today. Listen, I just want to thank you, viewers, for always tuning in. Next week, we've got another show planned for you. Great show, Joys of Fatherhood. And you're going to meet another amazing man or another amazing woman, depending on how things go, because we may be talking about some arts, because, you know, this is still the month of arts and all. But anyway, thank you, producers, Alicia, Tiana, you know, love you. Willie, thank you, Felicia, and thank everybody. Please remember, subscribe to Tammy's TV show, and that's on YouTube. Hit that red subscribe button and it will notify you. Okay, I know I've got to do that because I want you all to make sure that you do that. But I always end with, let's be a blessing to somebody today and every day. Okay, until the next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.